your source of information. Stay true, honest, and patient. My way you live is finally
the police is the military arm of society to make sure robber barons, corporatists, oligarchies maintain and contain control over society.
There's so much to understand, my capacity expands. We lag behind in this race because it began from 4 stars.
It's only about 5 points.
Yo, 5 points where black folks is from in Colorado. You know what I'm saying? Now, they're gentrifying the shit out of it. There's 5 streets that run into 5 points and out of 5 points. And that's where we're at, that's right where they all converge at.
I am often confused with something other than the man that I am, but I'm still a soul brother, yo mother, of rules of my existence. So how come you still give me so much resistance? Thinking I'm the bad guy, just rock the jam guy. I don't want our militaries to kill, and that's why our budget is minimal and they love to be critical. Trivial of our pursuits as individuals with the children in mind, not the children in mind fields. Our building the signs of children divine bills for man, woman, and child. That's why they pulling my file. It's okay, they've been doing for a while. What was the style? It's time for they bluff. They took work and Malcolm out with enough. They think they took, but one of the tables turn. We don't know, root this stuff. None of them able to learn. We say with the burn up, it's the chaos and move out of the way. It is the day trial. We continue to say lots of crops. I am a man with a plan for a boy. Yes, I am what you call being a man. I am what you call rocking the chain. I am showing the credit. Understood people on the outside bring me up to no good. I am.
Everything is privatized, and when you privatize things, if I was able to take the air around me and privatize that air and say, well, anybody that walks through this space got to pay me, then I have to have a militaristic arm to make sure that happens. The only way you pay taxes in this country or all of the other fees that comes along with being America is through a militaristic system. If you run a red light, you know that the police is gonna stop you. They got guns, they can fine you, they can take you to jail, they could even shoot and kill you. So let's be clear on that. Anytime you live in a capitalistic society, you have to have police to regulate and suppress freedom for business owners. That's the whole thing about making stuff private. You can make land private, so if you don't like these indigenous people, then you can put them off the land. How do you put them off the land? With an army or with a police force or with a posse. So let's be clear on that.
To the people of Denver. The soul of Denver is in 5 points. The heart and soul of Denver is in 5 points. And they're trying to take it. They like dig us for years, 5+ decades. They let the area be dilapidated. They meaning the government, committee, officials in government, public interest committees have let 5 points rot to hell. But in the meanwhile, all this soul power came from it because it's people in the hardest of struggles still being creative and creating beautiful art like Billie Holiday and all them back in the days was up in the mix. The jazz scene, always been a crazy, amazing artists that come through 5 points and even that are from 5 points. Big up ETF. You know, and then, so we get to build it up. We build up the heart soul of the area with nothing, with dilapidated, in a dilapidated environment. And then they come back after we done established the creativity, and they want the land back. They hurdle the, what do you call it? Cattle us into the area. And we made it all fresh, and now they trying to kick us out of the area. That's 5 points.
If you got 2 million people incarcerated, that's population control. It's suppressing minority group because the minority groups make up the biggest percentage of those in jail, Black and Latinos. They 45, 50, 60% of the inmate population in these institutions. So how do black people and Latinos represent 12, 13% of the population, but then they make up 40, 50% of the jail population? Even in states like Colorado, where black people only represent 3% of the population in the whole state, but when it comes to those incarcerated, it's 40%. Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, and Jose Feliciano can see through this bullshit and know that it's population control and trying to suppress indigenous and African American people in this country.
And me and a bunch of native boys used to hang together on the streets, you know. We used to drink and all, camp out, and now the cops come by, oh, you can't sleep here, you know. We'd yell back at them, well, this is our land, we sleep any damn where we want. So, you know, there's constant harassment by the cops. They don't show no respect towards homeless natives. You know, if they see 3 or 4 natives gathered on the corner, right away they stop. Let me see your ID. What's in that bottle? Right away we're, what's the word you want to use?
Criminalized.
Yeah.
This is not just a point of history, this is a point of the present. A lot of the KKK members are still living and influencing the government that we are part of right now. So we need to just keep unveiling those from their hoods, because they don't wear white hoods as much anymore, but they're still making decisions as though the KKK is still in operation. It is still in operation. So we just need to realize that this isn't something that happened just way in the deep south or just after the Civil War. This is a living and breathing atrocity of racism that's still going on.
So when you drive down the street and you see the cops beating up on a brother and sister, just know that this is how America is maintained. This is how corporations can rob us, steal from us, and then the government will bail them out.
True to the young black,